My apologies for the late start. I was troubleshooting, which is not much of a surprise, I know. And we're just going to make sure things look good here from a level standpoint. Hi, Jack. Good to see you. Well, I look forward to having you aboard for as much of the flight as we can manage. We're going to fly today from General Fox, north of Los Angeles, to Chemehuevi Valley, which is just next to Lake Havasu. And this is an Alphabet Challenge flight. In PilotEdge, we'll be on PilotEdge. I'll pick up flight following along the way. I think everything's working. The sim's been a little buggy, and of course, about 45 minutes into a stream yesterday, it crashed. So we'll, go with this as long as we can. Weather's pretty good in both places. General Fox weather is fine. Over at 49X, they're reporting. Well, they don't report, but Havasu, which is right next to it, is reporting a MEDAR of 320 at 13 to 20 knots. That could make for an interesting landing. And clear below 12,000. Yeah, easy for me to say is exactly right. So I'm going to go ahead and get things started. Again, hopefully things work. I think I've worked out the bug here where I can switch screens and everything doesn't freeze. We had a freezing problem yesterday. So if we wanted to look out the left window, I've got a little delay here on the chat, on the stream, so it'll take me for a second to see it. And then if we want to look out the right window, and if we want to look out the front window, that all should work. So we'll see here for a second. I'm going to see if it's working. Hello, spooled up. While I'm waiting for that to come through on the stream, I'm going to go ahead and, yep. So I'm seeing a little delay here on my iPad with the stream. But it looks like things are working. Doesn't look like it ever gave me the right-hand view, does it? Let's see what it gives me here. That's a strange view there. Let's put it down here and see what I get. That's the view out the front when things aren't working. There we go. That's the correct view. That's what I want to see. Doesn't seem to be very consistent though, does it? Well, maybe we'll just stick with the left view today. It seems to pick whatever X-plane screen it wants to pick. It was working very consistently for me earlier. And the problem with that is it works until I toggle away from it and then it freezes. So we don't want to do that. In fact, I'm going to just take that out. Alright, well, I'm not going to let that hold us up any longer than it has. Eventually, it seems to be a problem with OBS that it only wants to really work reliably when the window is active, and when the window isn't active in Windows, the OBS window, it doesn't work very well. Okay, hello Rondi, good to see you. Father Some, good to see you. Yeah, NASCAR flying left screen turns only. That's what we're probably going to do today. Okay, beacon is on, battery, alternator, fuel pump for 3 seconds. Pump off, mixture rich, 1/4 inch, feet on the brakes. There we go. You guys could give me audio levels, that would be great. It's been buggy when I've been turning on the avionics, so hopefully that won't happen today. I guess we'll find out here in just a second. Look at that, they worked. That's a good sign. Okay. Thanks for the report on the audio. Glad to hear that. Okay. While things are warming up here, let's 'kay. Flight plan WJF 2 Hector VOR. To 49X. And then I'll look at the chat. Oh yeah, let me turn this on for you. There we go. $49X. Okay. We're going to fly out at an altitude of, what did I pick? 7,500 feet. Okay, so we'll be ready for that. Okay, let's get the weather. 126.30. Not here in the ATIS. Let's double check. One 26.30. Oops.
General WJ Fox Airfield Information Victor.
Gotta switch the frequency over.
Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 6. Dew point -17.
Cold.
Altimeter 3027.
3027.
Arriving runway 06. Departing runway 06. Advise on initial contact. You have Victor.
What's the vector, Victor? 3027, is that what he said? Let's check. That gives us 2,350 feet. 2,350, that's where we're supposed to be. Is that picture in picture feature of the GPS screen in the lower right? I'm doing that in OBS. So I just am having it stream this monitor to that lower corner.
More than 10. Sky clear.
Okay. Ground. I don't believe we have a clearance here. I don't think there's a clearance. Sorry, I'm going to be doing that all day. It's going to be a long flight for all of us, I'm sure. Nope, ground and tower. Okay, ground is 121.7. Tower is 118.525. Okay. glad the glare shield looks great. It's not a new one. I just rebuilt, kind of fixed the old one. It's already starting to come apart from the heat though, so it won't be long. I'm going to just double check here and make sure that we are in fact connected to PilotEdge. In the meantime, let's get our heading bug calibrated here. That's telling me north. I don't know if all my... That's clearly not working. That compass is not working. So SPAD must have crashed on me. Some of those devices. I'm not going to mess with fixing them. Let's make sure that this is working. Yep, and that's working. So I'm not going to bother with fixing the wet compass right now. I still haven't heard any connection on PilotEdge. Oh, it says we're connected. We have that going for us, which is nice. Okay. All right. It may be that there's just slow. There we go. Marcus is working tonight. Awesome. Or today. Okay, so we are General Fox. We are at transient parking, and we want taxi for a west-east departure. We've got the Vector Victor. Where are we talking to you? General Fox. Joshua departure, just so we know, let's write that down, is going to be 126.1. We'll pick them up once we're in the air. General Fox ground, Skyhawk 15 Juliet Golf is transient parking with the weather, taxi for east departure. Agent, good to see you. I think he heard us. Just busy. Two-4 via Alpha, November 15 Juliet Golf. Okay. 2-4 via Alpha. Let's make sure everything else is ready to go. Trim is set. Mixture's in. Beacon's on. Nav lights are on. Turn the landing lights on in a second. Everything else is looking good. Oil pressure is up. Oil temperature is solid. Amperage is good. Vacuum is good. Fuel flow and EGT are fine. We have full gas. We've got our right correct. Freaks. Fox Tower is going to be 118.525. Yeah, this is old data. Old data. Okay. 2-4 via Alpha. Agent Aviation, good to see you. Thanks for checking in. 2-4 is getting our heading bug set for 2-4, so we know our runway, what we're going to be doing. We would not fly in the real world without a working magnetic compass, most likely. One of the few ways to find out where you are if everything else crashes, but I don't want to mess with SPAD Next right now. It looks like my VORs are also in SPAD Next. Not that that means anything, but what frames am I getting? About 30. About 30, give or take. Okay, so 24 Vi Alpha, let's go. I don't know if anybody noticed, but the new Beta 3 was released today in X-Plane land. Nobody coming. See if this is working. Give you a look out the left-hand window. There we go, front view. Glad to see you, War Dog. Thanks for checking in. I'm going to be flying, streaming for about 2 hours today. I didn't jet. I didn't test that. But I believe I did test what happens if I try to render X-Plane screen on that, and it looks like what everybody says about X-Plane, that it doesn't support multi SLI. I mean, is correct, because my frames didn't reduce at all. Is that radio too hot? Let me know with him if he's too loud. We'll see what it is once we're up in the air. It'll change, obviously. Okay, let's see how things look with the look out the right window. Just curious to see if it is any better now, or if we've got the weird front view again. Looks like the stream's working at a pretty good quality. Oh, it's working good. Back to the front view. Okay, we're going to do our run up here. Right window looks good. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. That's interesting to know. I'm not going to try it at the moment because I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, feet on the brakes. Mixture is full in. Throttle up to 1700. Okay, fuel flow is good. EGT is good. Amperage is good. Vacuum is good. Oil temperature is good. Oil pressure is good. Going to right magnetos. Drop is in range. Going to left magnetos. Back up to both. That's good. Back to idle. Back to idle. Make sure we don't stall. We don't. Back up to 10. Control check. That goes up. That goes down. That goes up. That goes down. Left, right, back, forth. Brake left or right, brake left. Okay, we're all good there. Switch over to tower. And if we're going to go to Joshua departure, let's get that dialed in, 126.1. Okay, in terms of departure here, we just have to be careful about the restricted area to our north. Edwards Air Force Base is only 17 miles from here. So we're going to be managing just along the edge of their restricted area, which we obviously don't want to run into. We can see it here. So that's one thing we got to look out for. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. We're on 2-4, so he's probably going to give us a left downwind departure. War Dog, if you want, okay, let me just check and see what it's looking like on the OBS software in terms of that. Yeah, it's coming through mic audio. That's interesting. Okay. Let me check one thing here with the sound on the ATC. 1 second, guys. Now we'll see how it is the next time they come through. I think it'll be better this time in terms of ATC. We'll call and tell them that we're ready to go anyway. Did our radios just reset? That happened yesterday. Our radios did just reset out of the blue. I think it happened when I switched the frequencies. That's interesting. When I switched the radio setting on OBS, 118.525. Wonder why it did that. Maybe it's a bug. And then Joshua departure 126.1. Thanks, father, son, for saying that. Okay, now let's see if he still hears us. We'll see what kind of audio we get from the ATC. 118.525. Fox Tower, November 15, Juliet Golf, holding short 24 at Alpha, east departure.
Sky 15, Juliet Golf, Fox Tower, wind. Sky 15, Juliet Golf, wind 040 at 5. East departure approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Okay, east departure approved, clear for takeoff on 2415 Juliet Golf. Okay, alright, fixed the sound problem for you guys. Okay, final control check, up, down, let's get ready to go. Look left, make sure look down right, downwind, make sure nobody's coming. Look left, make sure nobody's coming. Straight ahead, trim set for takeoff. Make sure it's full rich, landing lights on, strobes on. Okay, we're on the center line.
In Limburg ground, Scout 124 Alpha Golf. Is that a pass for the
compass
IA
heading
for me?
degree. Everything's ready to go. All
Embraer
screen
200 Bravo,
instruments full
descend and
power.
maintain 6,000.
Feet off the brakes, right rudder. RPMs look good. Engine instruments are green.
Air 124 Alpha Golf, affirmative,
line,
thanks.
55.
And pass on the I-8. And best of luck on the 10, that's a tough one.
Pitch
Yeah,
for
124 Alpha Golf,
76.
thank you very much, and hope you have a better week next week. Sorry to hear what's going on.
Yeah, thanks buddy, appreciate it.
Wonder what's going on with Marcus. Okay. Pitch for 76. Okay, we are up in the air. 500 feet. Everything's looking good.
Pitch 290 Bravo, thanks. Cleared visual approach, runway 27.
Okay, making our turn. We keep coming up. Again, we're going up 7,500 feet. Cruise climb about 80 knots. About where we are. View of General Fox sliding by out that side. Traffic in front of us, 6 miles climbing. That works pretty well. And back up front. We might as well tune in the Hector VOR just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. See right there, 112.7. Oops. Gotta seal that in a little better. There we are, reading on our DME equipment. There's Riverside, California out this way, if the screen works the way it's supposed to. Father, son, I'm glad you like it, but I am trying to get it to work consistently, which it hasn't been able to do so far. Yeah, wrong screen. Let's see again if I can switch over again. Seems inconsistent in terms of which screen it picks. Email me my screen setups and settings. That's all Piper Warrior. That's all on the website. I'm afraid I just don't have time to email that stuff. If you go to What's in the Sim, if you go to the How-To tab on the website, there we go. By the way, that is an awesome example of how the radios are now working in PilotEdge. That's somebody broadcasting far enough away we're only getting static. Okay, forward view. Yeah, so Piper, again, if you go to the How-To page, there are tabs there for all of those things. All my screen setup, slidings, how I'm set up for this, how I'm set up for VR, it's all there. So it's really actually just a lot easier if you check it out rather than me having to be specific about what it, about all that stuff. Okay, our desired track is going to be 74 magnetic, so let's get our heading bug set for that here, because we're coming up here to our magenta line. We've got more traffic. We've got some traffic off to our side on both sides. Let's see if we can see him. I don't see that guy. Landing lights off. Well, we'll wait till we're at cruise. Got another 1,000 feet to go. This traffic is low. Out over the middle of the... I don't see him. Oh, there I see the traffic. If it switches over, it's just about to pass in front of the right. It's coming right up on the strut now, right over those green fields. There's traffic. It's behind the strut now. And now it's out in front of the strut. Okay, we are coming up to our desired track. And let's pick up Joshua departure here in a second. We are well out of General Fox's Delta. And we'll get to 7,500 and then we're going to ask for advisories to 40. Whoa. We just had a weather shift.
Centurion 200 Bravo, contact Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
Contact Lindbergh Tower 118.3, Centurion 200 Bravo, see you.
Okay, we'll get to 7,500 feet, then we'll get to pick up advisories. Tells me I've got traffic below
Lindbergh.
me. There, I'm not seeing them. 1,600 feet below.
Number 802-9er Bravo, Lindbergh Tower, wind calm,
Not
runway
seeing 'em.
27, clear to land.
These new CSLs in PilotEdge, it's a lot harder to see traffic. It's a lot more like the real thing. Okay, coming up to 7,500 feet. That's going to be our cruising altitude. There's our traffic. Okay, 7,500, we kind of blew through that, throttle back to 24 or so. Trim ourselves out, landing lights off. And let's get ourselves running appropriately lean. That's about right there. Okay, so we're going to tell him that we are 10 miles east of General Fox. Joshua departure, November 15, Juliet Golf, VFR request.
Looking for Joshua departure, you got Van Nuys Tower, 119.0.
God damn. These radios are resetting on us, Marcus. It's going to be a long day. I'll be right back. 126.1. That keeps happening. I wonder why. Joshua departure, November 15 Juliet Golf, VFR request.
Airway 5 Juliet Golf, Joshua approach, squawk 3135, ident.
3135 ident, 15 Juliet Golf. I wonder why that keeps doing that. But that several times now it has reset on me. So I just have to double check. Keeps taking me back to 119.9 or 0 for some reason. But it's not doing it on the VOR, which is on the number 2, comms 2, so that's interesting.
November 5 Juliet Golf, radar contact 8 miles north of the Palmdale VOR. Palmdale altimeter is 3027. Say aircraft type, present altitude, what's your request?
Okay, 3027, thanks for that. We are Cessna Skyhawk, and we'd like advisories to 49 X-ray at 7,500.
Skyhawk 5 Juliet Golf, thanks. Maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay.
Number 81041 Henderson, clearance, good morning.
All right. We are staying away from, in fact, you can see Edwards Air Force Base here coming into view, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's not really Edwards Air Force Base, but it's still kind of cool. I don't have a zoom feature on this like I do on the
Grumman 81041,
VR.
Roger. And you're looking for advisories then as well to North Vegas?
Okay, so
1041 Las Vegas departure
you
frequency
can just see
118.4,
Edwards coming
squawk
into view there.
2431.
take us down just a little bit. And the throttle.
Grumman 041, readback is correct, and it'll be runway 35 left for departure, vice ground rate taxi.
Yeah, so there's Edwards in the distance. Maybe I can zoom in on it. Let's see.
Great, 029 Bravo. You stay on this frequency, take Charlie into the GA ramp. Thanks for your help.
It's not going to work.
I think we stepped on each other there. 8029 Bravo, you stay on my frequency, Charlie to the ramp.
Okay. So far, so good. Back out the front view. All right, so off to General Fox, from General Fox we are, and off to we're not making very good speed here.
Sky 65 Charlie Delta, San Luis, ground, runway 2.
And we've got a headwind. Ground speed's
Headwinds have
102
been really
knots.
shifty up there on me today. Let's make it runway 11, runway 11, taxi to Alpha.
It's still showing us someone 2,000 feet below us. And traffic. $1,200 over to that side. I can't see them. Watch our altitude here. We're having an occasional network interruption, I can tell. I'm not quite sure what that's about. I don't use track IR at all. I don't know why I would, given that I've got immersive cockpits around me, but maybe there's a reason for using it I don't know about.
Grumman 81041 Henderson ground, runway 35 left, taxi via Alpha.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're getting these interruptions. They're not. It's not showing up with stutters though, so that's good. Rogers Lake, you can actually see out toward where the shuttle landing strip is here. If I look out this window, the shuttle landing strip is right below
00 Delta
the
Whiskey,
wing, right
Camarillo ground.
there.
It is cleared to
That's kind of cool.
the San Diego Lindbergh Airport. Departure, fly runway heading to 500 feet, then fly heading 230 and expect radar vectors to the Ventura VOR. To join the Ventura Papa 28 tech route. Climb and maintain 4,000, expect 11,000. 5 minutes
right.
after departure.
We are dialed in.
Play departure frequency 124.7, squawk 4423.
PilotEdge is just a little loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. We'll see what happens the next time he talks. Unless you like it that loud, in which case we're good to go. You can always just turn it down a little bit in my headset, but
Reserve Delta Whiskey, thanks for your back correct.
yeah, it's pretty loud. Let me see if I can improve that really quickly. The next time he reads out, we'll see what happens. Okay, out the front view, by the way. Ooh.
Air 15 Juliet Golf, looks like your ident button may be stuck. Can you try just depressing the button just to see if we can get it unstuck?
Wilco, 15 Juliet Golf. Any better, Joshua?
Air 5 Juliet Golf now appears still stuck in ident.
Well, at least you know where I am.
There is no doubt about that. I can live with it. I just thought we'd give it a try.
Yeah, that might be a beta issue. Let me see if I can fix it. Okay. So we'll see what's up with that. I'm not quite sure why we would have ident, so stuck. It's a toggle. Maybe it's a toggle for ident. Maybe the joystick setting has changed for ident. Let's look real quick.
Number 65 Charlie Delta, San Luis Tower. Make left traffic, wind 070 at 7, runway 11, cleared for takeoff.
Let's see here. Oh, that's great, Ryan. Streaming is fun. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's quickly go into our settings. I don't want to take too long to do this.
Grumman 81041 Henderson Tower, wind 020 at 7, make left downwind departure, runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff.
Huh. Let's try it now. See if that's any better for him. Okay. If it's not resetting the transponder, then that's meaningful. This doesn't work traditionally. This ident button doesn't seem to be read by X-Plane. So we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, turning off the transponder is easier said than done, because this switch doesn't really do anything either. I might be able to, well, if he can live with it, I can live with it. It's an interesting thing to problem solve. Okay. So where are we? We are going to be flying over Victorville here in a second, at least a little bit north of Victorville.
November 041, contact Las Vegas departure.
Let's do one more thing here to see if we can get those sounds the way we want them. I bet it's going to be this thing right here. Let's wait for him to talk again.
Ray 00 Delta Whiskey, Camarillo Tower, correction, Camarillo Ground.
That's better.
Runway 8, taxi via Foxtrot and Echo.
Okay. I think that'll help. He's not quite as loud now. Let me know if he's not loud enough.
Las Vegas departure, Grumman 81041, climbing to 4,200 for 5,000.
Grumman 81041 Las Vegas departure, good morning, radar contact. The Las Vegas altimeter
Okay.
3030. I understand you're looking for the Rocks route, correct?
So we've got
3030,
another...
Rocks route, affirmative, 81041.
Number 041 Roger, just remain outside of the Las Vegas.
Thanks,
Bravo
TJ. I'm glad you like them.
VFR.
Again, the
Okay, outside Bravo,
view out the
VFR,
left window here, the right window isn't consistent.
Stepped on or broken.
But it is what it is. I should go to Twitch and watch myself streaming on myself. I'm going to try to do that right now. Actually, I think I have Twitch as an app on this thing. Let's see. I do. I may not have the bandwidth to do all this, and we'll find out. It's going to make me watch an ad. This is the place where I would want my autopilot to be really dialed in, but I try not to fly with it. Oh yeah, no doubt where I am. Look how bright. Is on that screen.
San Luis Tower, November 65 Charlie Delta, got disconnected.
Number 5 Charlie Delta, yeah, I can see that. Continue with runway 11, clear for the option, left traffic.
Clear for the option, runway 11, 65 Charlie Delta.
All right, sorry, I'm listening to Marcus in one ear and I'm listening to Marcus in the other ear.
And number 5 Charlie Delta, just to keep in good faith with the rating itself, we're going to call that 0 since I couldn't monitor every leg of your pattern, okay?
Affirmative, 65 Charlie Delta.
Thanks.
I'm kind of wandering all over the place here, aren't I? Okay. All right, let's get back on our correct heading. Let alone trying to fly and listen and type and stream and watch Twitch all at the same time. I think it's easier if I dictate these things. Fuck. Ugh. All right, 126.1. We reset again.
Grumman 041 VFR traffic, you got 2 targets now. First one's off your left side. At about 9 to 10 o'clock, 3 miles, westbound altitude indicates 6,400. Type of known altitude unverified. The other target's at 12 o'clock in opposite direction, altitude indicates 4,100. Appears to be descending, that guy should be no factor.
Okay, I don't
Practicing
have the
task
traffic
saturation.
to my 9 o'clock, but I do have traffic at 1 o'clock, 81041.
For 5 Charlie Delta, thanks. Runway 11 cleared for the option.
All right.
And Grumman 041, the target at 9 o'clock now, you're overtaking, should be no factor.
Back to the cockpit.
8104.
All right, so that's fun. It's always fun to jump in on his stream while we're doing this.
Jet 800 Delta Whiskey, Camarillo Tower.
Okay.
Wind 04022, gust 32. Very good luck to you.
I know that's not the funnest thing in the world for you guys to watch, but Marcus is a really good guy, and I try to jump in on his stuff when I can. Back to the stream here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why the ident isn't resetting, but it's definitely not doing it. Okay, Victorville, we just flew past. Actually, if we go out this window, if it works, you can see what is now SoCal Logistics, which before was George Air Force Base. Nope, didn't work. Let's try it again. See if that gets it.
Number 283 Lima Tango, I think, was that calling San Luis ground? Altimeter 3009
Nope,
or
didn't
your
work.
location.
Let's try it again. Not
Number
working.
3 Lima
Not
Tango,
working.
Roger, will be runway 11
Not
at
working.
Mike, taxi via Mike.
Not working. Not working. Not working. Not working. It really doesn't want to go to that left window. I don't know why. Maybe if I click in this window, it'll do it. Nope.
Grumman 041, that same target's back pestering you now. He's at 1 o'clock and
Yeah.
about a mile westbound.
That one's working great.
400.
$6,400.
That one just doesn't want to do it. There we go. And now, of course, what we wanted to see, we can't see any longer. So there you go. It's something I'm going to have to figure out. I think it's because X-Plane doesn't show in a windowed view. I think it's because it is a full screen thing that it does that. So back to the front view. Okay. When you have those flight instruments on my iPad, either Air Manager or Rope Flight, are they smaller than they look and hard to read? Right here? They're real size. They're very easy to read. These things, yeah, remote flight is great. I have no problem reading it at all. It's crystal clear. It's not, I mean, they're the same size as the real instruments. They're almost 3-inch instruments, so I find they're quite easy to see and read. Okay, I want to get back to the right altitude. Thanks, TJ. Good seeing you. So we'll just keep an eye on that and see what happens. 327 was our last altimeter. We're set there. Okay, Apple Valley. If we were flying just VFR, we'd be looking to cross over these power lines on this side, which again, I'm not going to toggle over there right now because it hasn't been reliable. Let's see. I'll give it a shot.
0 Delta Whiskey, contact point with departure. Number 283 Lima Tango, San Luis Tower, good morning. A north departure approved, runway 11 at Mike, cleared for takeoff, wind 0707. Number 625 Charlie Delta. Traffic will be departing to the north.
Okay, we're just going to avoid the right-hand view for now, because this doesn't work very well. We'll use the left-hand view instead. But if we were flying VFR or left-hand, we would know that we have these railroad tracks off to this side.
Traffic is a Skyhawk,
which we
Just
have.
beam the numbers on the left downwind for the runway 11.
That's on the charts. And then we're going to cross over it, and then we're going to cross over the highway here in a second.
Departure, November 80 Delta Whiskey 4230 heading.
Ray 00 Delta Whiskey, Point Mercury departure. Good morning, and radar contact Now 10 miles south of the Chemehuevi OR. Altitude indicates 4,000. Climb and maintain.
That's I-15.
8,000. Turn left, heading 130.
130 and 8,000, 0 Delta Whiskey.
Okay, so let me see if there are any questions that I missed. I don't think so. So far things are working okay.
Zero Delta Whiskey, when able, clear direct Weasel to join Victor 208.
Direct to the Weasel or join Victor 208, 0 Delta Whiskey.
Direct to the Weasel. There you go. A little below 7,500, we'll come up. Ground speed 110 knots. $102 miles to go. So about an hour in the air, give or take. Coming back up to our magenta line here. All right, so a couple of updates, things that we learned in rebuilding the sim
Santa Barbara approach,
this last time.
Skyhawk 1996, Echo Charlie,
Lessons learned. I had a bad cut. I made a bad cut. The first bad cut that I've made. Actually.
Number 106 Echo Charlie, Santa Barbara approach.
And that cut was right here, actually.
West of San Marcos,
I cut this hole too big.
Climbing through 5,000.
And the way I fixed it is I took a piece of MDF that I cut and cut it just big enough to slide in there, and then I glued it.
Maintain VFR squawk 3057.
And then it's not even noticeable. You can't even tell.
3057.
The other thing is that long term, I hope to replace this yoke with a Yoko, used or new. And so there are corners here you can see around this Cessna yoke that eventually I'll replace that and get us a better looking panel. The throttle quadrant fit in there no problem. I have to order the stickers, so the placards, warning placards, and the rest.
Echo Charlie, radar contact
I need to order those.
West of the San Marcos VR, altitude check, Santa Barbara altitude.
Okay, we just crossed over I-15. If we look out this side, we can see it. And we should be getting handed off to Barstow Center here at some point, I would think.
We're 0 Delta Whiskey, climb and maintain 1000, contact SoCal.
Some traffic down there on the highway.
1000, 127.4, 0 Delta Whiskey.
Back out the front. So, you know, measure twice and cut once. I think the one part of the whole panel build that's most difficult is
Center November, it's 0 Delta Whiskey.
Actually, I made two bad cuts. I also cut this. I measured this entire hole a quarter inch too low. So there's actually a gap underneath here, but you can't really see it. I forgot I'd cut it. It's so hard to see.
November 5 Charlie Delta runway 11 cleared for the option.
Cross track errors coming up. Desired track 75. We do have some wind. Okay. All right, so happy to answer any questions people might have at this point. We've got about an hour left in cruise. Hector VOR, 30 miles away. We're going. It doesn't have DME, so it's not giving us distance or time, but it's easy enough to find out. 15 minutes. Well, that's good. We've got our cross-track error there also. That's right. Let's practice flying for that. What length did I cut the foam of the dashboard? Sure. Well, happy to ask. This is 46 inches long by 9 inches deep by 1 inch
And Grumman
thick.
81041, just a heads up. I know that you requested the rock chute. I never gave you the Class Bravo clearance. I'll put half of that on me. The other half has to go on you as well. You're a bit east, of course, on the rocks route as you're approaching the
So
Blue Diamond
46
Road right now.
across, or 46
Bravo
long,
clearance just so we can
9
not
inches wide,
run into that again, but clear through the Bravo airspace.
length this way,
And
then it's an inch thick.
VFR
So I guess 46 by 9 by 1.
Advise me of the weather at North Las Vegas.
Okay, clear through
All right, we don't need to
Bravo,
switch tanks because we're going off both.
6,500, and I
Everything's
will
looking
be
good
able
on
to-
the engine instruments. Fuel flow is fine. We're sipping gas as much as the Cessna sips gas. Let's see what our cross-track error is. Oh, pretty low. Let's practice descent planning. So before we get to, let's see. Previous cockpit build video said the glare shield was 1 inch foam. Yep, black leatherette glued on. Yes, so it is a, ooh, look out for the terrain there, guys. It is black leatherette, and I used a pretty strong adhesive spray.
Skyhawk 1986 Yankee San Luis.
Which
ground
worked for
runway
quite a while.
1 at Mike, taxi via Mike.
But I find now that with more time, as it's the heat really. I think heat is what causes it to start to come up. So I found some industrial strength 3M spray adhesive at Home Depot, and I put that on there, and it seems to be working fine.
5 Charlie Delta, contact ground point 6.
But long term,
Number 5 Juliet Golf, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
okay, go to center on 134.65, 15 Julie Golf. Huh. It was when I hit the
San Luis ground 625 Charlie Delta, is that Echo? Taxi to transit parking.
Number 65 Charlie Delta, San Luis ground, stay on this correction, taxi to Ramsey Alpha.
134.65. It was when I hit my push to talk switch, seems to be resetting it. That's interesting. I wonder why. LA Center. Los Angeles Center, November 15 Juliet Golf 7600.
November 15 Juliet Golf, LA Center, good morning, Daggett, altimeter 3027, maintain VFR.
27 maintain VFR, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, so that was interesting. It switched there when I was talking to him, so it might have something to do with the push to talk switch. Coming up on a little airport here, Daggett. It's, you can see it right off the side here.
Aircraft on the runway 11 San Luis, you on frequency?
FS Madness, Maddens. Good to see you. Spray paint the white foam black and do away with the leather
I
wrap.
don't think so. I've got a King Air that just took
Yeah,
the
you
runway
probably could.
11 at San Luis.
But I find that the leatherette really makes it look like a real glare shield. And it's not that tough. I mean, I just need to have better adhesive and figure out that once a year or two I have to replace it. It's not very hard to replace. It doesn't take long to make. Also, there's a way to, I actually have the
So there's a King Air that's on taxiway Alpha right
Light
now.
strip.
Just understand you'll probably be receiving an email from management soon.
uh-oh. Dun dun dun. So I cut a long strip in the foam, and I have the strip LED lighting recessed in there. And then it's always been hard to keep it from falling out, because with its adhesive it gets warm too over time and it loses its stickiness. So I actually just took pieces of toothpicks and have them spaced across in here, and it's holding that in great. But yeah, the leather that only goes so long. I mean, this has lasted almost 3 years. It's time to build it, and it's got stuff on it now. The one thing is, because I have a brace on it, I can put a cup of coffee up here and it'll stay up there without any problem, which is nice. Okay, if we look at our synthetic view here, we can have a sense of these mountains. We can also get a sense of terrain here.
Number 625 Charlie Delta, just submit the result now pass for the Cat 3.
Which might not be a bad idea.
Synthetic
Synthetic view is working fine. That's working
Radar
fine.
services terminated. Contact North Las Vegas Tower 125.7.
We're just 0.16 nautical miles cross track error, which is pretty good. Here's the Daggett Airport coming up out this side. We'll take a look at that in a minute.
Grumman 81041 North Las Vegas Tower, good morning. Thanks for whiskey, runway 12 right. Cleared to land. And North Las Vegas wind, yeah, I'm not sure when my ATIS has it backwards. Would you prefer runway 33 left, or correction 30 left? I've got wind now showing
Daggett
0,
Airport
1, 0,
showing up
1,
here
0.
on the left side of the airplane. This isn't the most scenic flight.
Alright, I'll make sure I get that ATIS fixed. Sorry, it's behaving very poorly today with the strong winds everywhere. November 81041 or left downwind, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Yep, Daggett Airport.
86 Yankee San Luis Tower, make left traffic, wind 0707, runway 11 at Mike, cleared for takeoff.
And let's see if this left view, or this right view is working. I have a feeling it's probably not. Don't drink and fly, yeah. Well, Richard, we could just, maybe a cup of coffee. Maybe a cup of coffee. Hey, that view is working. So we got a view of the mountains there, that's good. That's the view that's inconsistent. Back out the front. Okay, let's do a little That's pretty cool. For 49X. What's that thing clamped to the strut? That is a, here I'll go out this window. That thing clamped to the strut is a, I've got some traffic coming up behind us. That is a place to put your feet. So when, for the Cessnas, at least the 172, the 152, and the 182, the fuel tanks fill, are in the fuel tanks are in the wings. And so to check the fuel and to look in the fuel tanks, which you do before every flight, you have to get up and look on top of the wing, and so that's actually a place to put your feet. So you step up with that, and there's a handle on the side of the plane, and you pull yourself up, and then you can unscrew the tanks and look inside, and then close it back up again. Thank you for all your videos, Brian. Educational, entertaining, enlightening, inspirational, motivational. Wow. Thanks. Yeah, so learning to fly. That makes two of us. My goal now is to have my ticket by Christmas, God willing. we'll see if we're able to pull that off. I just scheduled my last night flight, or actually it's going to be my only night flight. We're going to get it all done in one night since the nights are early here now. Hopefully do that and then be ready to go. I thought this thing had a descent planning screen. Where am I missing it? Maybe it's down here. Maybe it's the 430. I mean, they would all have vertical nav. Trying to remember where that is. How far is the main screen from the dashboard? Main screen dashboard, maybe 18 inches? About 18 inches. Trying to remember how we do vertical nav.
November 041 left turn at Charlie and into the ramp of this frequency. Thanks for flying.
Front view. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot we were looking out the side window. Okay, we're coming up to the Hector VOR. Yeah, thanks for that, Jet. I think I know what you mean. I think people like to see the cockpit, though, more than anything else. Yeah, it's definitely expensive. Okay, so we're trying to remember how we do vertical navigation in this baby. Good morning from Australia, below the hard deck. Good to see you. Well, that's a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I want to take responsibility for you changing careers, but at the very least, you can build a simple cockpit in your house and have fun flying virtually.
November 86 Yankee, you're staying on the north side.
Okay, here we are coming to the Hector VOR.
November 86 Yankee, stay on my frequency and alpha to the ramp.
And then we'll be making a change. It'll tell us what heading to make here in a second. There we go, we'll keep traffic there. Let's see. Cool, do you see the right border of the main screen? Oh, do I see screens here, Mr. Santos? No. It's a 100-inch screen,
Charlie, contact point Magoo approach,
and
124.7.
I'm taking up almost all 100 inches of it, so no, I don't see it, and that's one of the reasons.
1419 Vegas clearance warning. You didn't file a departure procedure.
One of the reasons I haven't put a
the perfume for.
We're getting a little high here, by the way. Let's take us down just a little bit. One of those, okay, 86 degrees is our new heading. One of the reasons I don't have a TV up front is because I want to not be able to see the edge of the screen from either my seat or the passenger seat, which means I actually need a wider image. If it was just for me, I could have it offset, but now if I move over here, then I can see that side, so it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna call up here pretty soon and see if the Bristol MOA is hot. We are 15 minutes from it. Traffic below us, 4,600 feet.
106 Echo Charlie, Waymagu approach, good morning, Camarillo, altimeter 3007. Vision Jet 0 Delta Whiskey, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
Okay.
Southwest 1419 is clear to the Phoenix Skyber Airport, Perfume 4 departure, and then as filed, pardon me, Perfume 4 departure to, yeah, Perfume, then as filed. Climb via the
yes, Jet, you can adjust the size of the overlay windows however you want them.
3507.
Which is a cool thing. Okay, we've got now have a 9-mile-an-hour, or 9-knot crosswind from the north.
Southwest 1419, readback is correct, expect runway 26 right.
Okay, I'm still trying to remember how I get to the vertical navigation planning in this thing.
Rate 00 Delta Whiskey, SoCal approach, morning Lindbergh, altimeter 3003.
It's not fuel planning. Checklist, no. Flight timers, no. Although we could probably set a flight timer to tell us to check and make sure our radio hasn't reset every 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, there's VNAV. Oh, I'm such an idiot. How long has it been since How long has it been since I flew the real thing? You hit the VNAV button to do vertical navigation. It's different in the 430, but the 530 actually has a button for it.
Squawk 1304.
So, that's easy. Hello. VNAV. Target altitude 1,000 feet. MSL 5 miles before, no. 49X.
Correct.
Vertical profile 500. Enter. Okay, good, because begin descent in 34 minutes. And then if you want, you can actually put the VNAV data on here. So if I wanted to change my view, and I wasn't concerned with my cross-track error, for example,
00 Delta Whiskey, set and maintain 7,000.
we can go menu,
and,
change fields.
3003.
And so certain cross-track error we could do. Vertical speed required. That's the one, right? Yeah. All right. just a little tutorial in the GNS 430 or the GNS 530 from Reality XP software. See you, Don. Thanks for watching. Have I applied any specialty paint to the projector screen to improve the grain? No, I haven't. It's just default. I kind of wish I would. But I haven't done it. Something that's been on sort of my long-term list, but I've never gotten around to. Okay, we have some mountains coming up, and we're getting closer to this MOA. So we're about 9 minutes out now. I'm going to call now, because if the Bristol MOA is hot, we need to know that. So we will call LA Center with a VFR request. LA Center, November 15. See, it just switched on me again. It did it again. It's when I haven't talked to it for a while, it does it. That's really weird. Okay, so let's go again. 121.6. No, what was I on last? I was on 134.65. That's why you write things down.
Zero to Whiskey, turn left heading 090. Vector to final, contact SoCal approach 124.35. Ready to check loud and clear.
LA Center, November 15, Julie Golf.
415, Juliet Golf, LA Center.
We're just calling to check and see if the Bristol MOA was hot today.
Negative, sir, it's cold.
Thanks much. Just going by the book. Okay, I-15 still off, or it's I-40 now, and the little strip of
Zero to Whiskey, SoCal approach.
Ludlow off to our side.
LA clear, check your frequency.
In descent in. $30 minutes. Okay. All right. So.
Right, 00 to Whiskey, circle approach. Number altimeter 300350 airport site. 3 o'clock, 8 miles. Reception Whiskey, clear visual approach from
Let's get this dialed in here. Let's get 49X on this one too, because they don't cross fill.
Number 432, your Papa, go to the ground, go ahead.
Okay, there we go. Timer's expired. Okay, we're still on the right frequency. Not sure why it's resetting with push to talk, but it seems to be doing it. It's probably a beta issue. Question from Will Morgan. How did I secure my iPad into the sim? So I have it sitting behind this cut in the hole, and then I have a small brace. I just took a steel tie and straightened it out, put a screw in to the hole that's in the steel tie on the opposite side of the panel here, so it's holding it in from the top, and then I just have duct tape on both sides that are sort of keeping it straight. I took a piece of the 1/4-inch MDF from the panel, and I have it back here sitting on top of the base, on top of the yoke, to make it high enough. But it's very simple and straightforward. Also, I've been working on the book. I have just a few sections to complete, and then I've got to do some editing. I'm going to write a whole section on building a VR cockpit.
800 Delta Whiskey.
I haven't done that yet, but
Traffic.
I used this one for VR, and I think I've learned quite a bit about it.
And 3 miles east, correction westbound at 4,500.
So I'm going to probably do that.
Type unknown.
And then I'm going to ask somebody to design a cover for it, and then I'm going to self-publish it. And it has details on how to do all that stuff, pictures and instructions on how I secured the iPad and everything else. So I'm hopeful. I've been putting it off for 2 years. It'd be nice to finally get the thing finished. Let's just go direct right now from here. There we go.
Number 432 Sierra Papa, Gillespie ground.
Title. I think I picked the title.
Carlsbad
I think the
Airport.
title is going to be called
On departure.
either Home
Fly
Cockpit
heading
or The Home Cockpit,
340.
and basically be
Major vectors Oceanside.
Home
Correct.
Home Cockpit or The
Maintain
Home Cockpit.
3000.
Hey, you know what? We're running out of
Expect
ortho scenery
4000.
up here.
10 minutes after departure.
Look at
Departure
this.
frequency 1.
I guess I haven't burned ortho for this part of the world. We're going to be flying over default
Tree 61.
default X-plane textures here for a little bit, maybe even the rest of the way. You can see the difference here coming up. It's one of the reasons to do ortho scenery. Makes it a little less appealing, but it is what it is.
Cessna 2 Sierra Papa, revive correct.
We've got some traffic here, 7,600 feet below us. So you can see so chilly. Thanks.
Southwest 1419. Las Vegas ground. Do I verify squawking 3507?
Yeah, so the title I think is going to be Home Cockpit, colon, or The Home Cockpit. I kind of like The Home Cockpit. And then colon, building your general aviation flight simulator at home. Something like that.
Southwest 1419, runway 26 right, taxi by Charlie.
I don't know if it'll have higher frames jet or not. It's still loaded all these tiles around us, so I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make.
To Whiskey, number tower you have?
I don't think it'll make a difference. And I don't know how far I go without the
number
ortho.
1128, John clearance, correct?
We'll find out. First trial lesson of C-152 on Saturday. Any tips? Anyo. Well, first of all,
Number 1128,
congratulations. You're going to love flying, I think. I know I love flying.
Number 1128 is cleared to the Carlsbad Airport on departure. Fly heading 175, enter vectors Victor 23, Oceanside, direct.
We're going to
maintain 5,000.
We're going to go
departure
to
frequency 128.1.
a terrain view here.
1656.
I just want to make sure we're not going to get too close to any of that. Well, looks like we're okay for now. That wind is increasing, 13 knot crosswind now. Yep, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah, have fun. I mean, I would say nothing other than have fun. Make sure you get a picture of yourself behind the wheel, behind the yoke, and ask all the questions you've got. Don't let it overwhelm you. I remember the first time I went up, he started doing the pre-flight, and I remember thinking, oh my God, I can never remember all of this. And the fact of the matter is you don't have to remember all of it. It is on a checklist, which is why we have checklists. This is the MOA here. This is actually a restricted area over here. We're obviously not flying into that. "40 minutes to go. Granite Mountain's coming up on our left. It's not going to be nearly as interesting without it being ortho, but that's all right. I don't know how far over I go without ortho. We may fly all the way to Havasu without it. I deleted a bunch of older tiles and have been reburning them, and I've just sort of assumed that I had all the old areas I used to have, but I guess I don't. Yes, so don't, Anyo, don't let it intimidate you at all would be my advice. Just have a good time and ask all the questions you want to ask. A good CFI, I think, is there to answer your questions and knows that. And have a good flight. It's a lot of fun. It's a great thing to do. Okay. It's good. It's good for me to simulate a longer flight. I haven't been on a long flight in the real world in a while. And 2 hours in the airplane. I did a flight at the end of September, about 2 hours, up to Crystal River and back, which was fun. I posted that landing on my website, actually. Thanks, Jet. I appreciate it. You have a great appointment and a good weekend. We've reset again. Let's dial it back in. 134.65. Maybe I can put it here.
Right. Taxi via Alpha, Kilo, Charlie Hotel.
Let's keep it there, because that's not resetting. And then I can just swap it over when I need to. In case it's getting overridden somewhere along the way.
Number 1507, Charlie, contact departure. Number 112, I'm going to have a slight amendment to your route, or to your departure heading. I'll let you know when I have that.
And then I think the next flight, we will turn off the GPS and turn off the moving map on the iPad and fly with VFR, visual VFR navigation only. I think that would be fun.
November 1507, Charlie, so departure.
Always good to try to figure out where you are.
Number 432, Sierra Papa Glimpse Ground, runway 35, taxi via Alpha, wind calm.
Okay, so we are now well over the default tiles. I think the default tiles still look pretty good in X-Plane. Or the default textures.
November 1128, change.
They're still not excellent, but they're not terrible.
To read heading 240. Rest of route unchanged. Correction, actually, I maintain 240.
We have a problem here. We're going to land on I-40, which is right beneath us.
After departure. Rest of route unchanged.
That's going to be our plan. Yep, that highway will be our safety zone. Curious to see what kind of frames we're getting. Let's look. We're getting about 30.
19 on Vegas Tower, runway 26, strike, clear for takeoff, wind 360 at 8.
Just 1 second.
1128, you get that, sir? November 1128, I have 2 amendments to your clearance. Change on departure, flight heading 175 to read heading 240. Radar vectors 23 as filed. And also change maintain 5,000.
Okay, we have a special guest.
Maintain 2,000.
Basement Fly Girl is going to join us in the cockpit.
Changed.
Put the mouse up here. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. Look out! Don't bump the camera. Skinny in here. There you go. You want to put the headset on? Yep.
November 1507 Charlie, fighting 100, jumping to 23, resume on navigation.
All right. Basement Fly Girl has joined us. Say hello, Basement Fly Girl.
Hi.
There you go. Our special guest. She's so short you can't even see her in the headset. Now, I don't have it set, so those controls don't work right now, so you can't steer.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Awesome. We are flying over Nevada.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's that white stuff?
That is a lake. It's an old lake bed. It's called Bristol Lake. Let me see if we can show it to people on the main screen.
But how is it white?
It's because it's all dirty and sandy and dusty compared to everything else. It used to have water in it, but it doesn't have water in it anymore.
How did it get drowned?
It just dried up. It's out in the desert. It just all dried up.
That makes more sense, because it's in the desert.
That does make more sense, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah, see, it's here on my map. It's called Bristol Lake. Oh, didn't give us that view. Oh well. Okay. Looks like our stream is pretty jaggy here. It's not working real great. I'm not sure why.
Why is that moving strangely?
Oh, because we're turning.
Ah,
Yeah.
but that's like glitching.
It's not glitching, it's just moving from side to side.
It's,
So you watch what happens when I turn. You ready?
I know, but the way that moves off the purple thing is funny.
Practice our steep.
432 left tower, runway 35, clear for
I
takeoff.
don't think there are any trees out here.
Calm, altimeter 3001.
Oh, look down there. What are those?
Those are trees.
The trees are surviving the eye of the tiger.
That's right. The eye of the tiger.
Southwest,
It's a
1419,
song.
kind of Las Vegas.
Oh, I know the song. Yeah, I know that song. I was a kid when that song came out. Here, we can look at different views here. Here, reach up and turn the big knob. Turn the big knob.
This way?
The one below it. Right? Yeah, in there. Turn it that way. See? Turn it back the other way. All the way. Now turn the little knob the other direction. Oh, this way, to the right. Oh, you got to turn it slowly. One knob, one click at a time. Yeah, just turn it one click. There you go. And then if you push these, it zooms in or it zooms out.
Got it.
Got it. Yeah.
Southwest 1419, Las
That's where
Vegas,
we're going.
departure,
That
radar
airport there,
contact.
49X.
We're right here. Only a few more miles.
60 miles. Yep. Which is going to take us at about 100. Well, you can tell you right here. It's going to take us about 33 minutes.
Probably 110 feet.
We're going 110 knots. That's how fast we're going. That's our altitude, 7,704 feet.
What? That's cuckoo.
Yeah, some people who are watching just said it got more fun now that there's a co-pilot. That would be you. Yep. I agree. It is more fun with a co-pilot, that's for sure. I'm glad you joined me because this is a long flight. I was getting sort of bored.
I know how you feel when it's boring.
Are you ever going to get your pilot's license? Learn how to fly airplanes?
432, secure pilot contact, SoCal departure.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure if I want to be a pilot or not.
Oh, fair enough. Are you going to go flying with me when I get my pilot's license?
Yes, as long as you're secure.
As long as I'll be very safe. Trust me.
Okay then.
This is a 432, secure Papa, SoCal departure.
We'll see.
radar
Mom may
contact,
not go for that.
4,000.
We'll have to find out.
It's very satisfying looking at that going like
Yeah? When the prop is spinning?
the purple
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Have your request advised you have the weather.
Cool color.
Yep. Yeah, so that's one way of looking at the map, and that's another way of looking at the map.
You
then-
need both ways.
Yep.
It's hard looking at the trees.
Yep.
So these are kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like they're like clocks, but not.
they are. That's a very good
It
way to
goes
think of
north from 3/4, north from 6/4 east, from 12/4 east, east from 15/4 south, from 21/4 south, from 24/4. What is the M stand?
It's actually a W, that's west.
Oh, I just can't see it that way. West, west 30 meters, west 33 meters, and it's kind of like a measuring tool because it has the lines.
That's right. It's an omnidirectional radio.
Mm-hmm.
Vertical
What are
omnidirectional radio.
those?
That's a little farm out there.
Well,
There's a little airport out there, but we can't see it.
probably hard to work on a sweaty day.
It would be hard to work in a sweaty day. That's exactly right.
So what type of
See you, Jet.
plane are we flying?
We're flying, we are imagining that we are flying in a Cessna 172, which is the same airplane that I fly right now at the airport.
Cool. Are there any passengers that ride?
There can be, but right now I go just me and my instructor. And there are about 19 people watching at the moment who are virtual passengers.
Is this a YouTube video?
It is.
That's cool.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's cool.
For 2, you have a clear direct ocean
I
side.
like YouTube, and sometimes Mom lets me watch it when James sneaks on and watches it. Because they tell her, and then she's like, well, then you can.
Basement fly guy. We or basement fly kid. You're basement fly girl.
Yeah.
Basement fly kid.
I'm
and
not a
basement fly.
I'm not a guy.
We're anonymous.
I almost said bye.
We couldn't handle the fame if people knew who our real identities were.
Those mountains are very realistic.
Yeah, they do look pretty realistic, don't they?
Whoever made like a flight simulator, whoever invented flight simulators, are very good at it.
Yeah, they did a good job. The one who invented this one is a guy named Austin Meyer.
It's a really cool name. I see like the tip of the airplane right there. It's hard
Yep.
to see.
Yep, it's a little low for you, that chair.
But I can. There's a mouse.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't want you to have to sit on the mouse, so I moved
The
it.
mouse doesn't have a tail,
We'll hide it right there for now.
so Mom doesn't yell. There's a mouse in the house.
No, yeah, Mom wouldn't like a tail. Okay, so how far do we have to go? 50 miles and about 25 minutes.
We are 7454
7,453.
ALT.
That's altitude. That's how high we are.
It stands for altitude.
So we're at about 7,400.
These are buttons.
Those are buttons.
They look very realistic because you can touch them. That's why they're realistic.
That's exactly right.
They're real. I'm holding onto a handle.
There's somebody watching from Germany. Says hello, Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Monica says hello, basement fly girl. So glad to see other girls like us who love to fly. How about that?
Joaquin.
Yeah. Say guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Sehr gut. All right, we've got some traffic in front of us. Let's see if we can see
At
that.
least I'm part German, so I catch up the language fast.
That's true.
Southwest 1419, contact Las Vegas
I've
Center.
seen him on the...
Radio.
Los Angeles Center, 124.60.
We need that. Yeah. Still see some tryout lakes. Dried out.
Yeah, there's another big dried out lake down there. That one is called Cadiz Lake.
What's the one right there?
That's called Danby Lake.
There's a lot of lakes.
Number 113
that
at John,
are
tower
not-
runway 2 right,
not
clear
lakes.
takeoff. Wind 050 at 1.
I just have to listen every once in a
19.
while in case he's talking to us.
Okay.
If he says November 15 Juliet Golf, then he's talking to us.
Yeah. That wasn't us, so we could still talk.
Right.
What is that for?
That is an annunciation panel.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest
And those lights light up to tell us certain things. It's telling us that our strobe light is on and that our beacon light is on. And that we're talking on our radio number 1.
Center, climb maintain flight level 270.
That's what that means.
Climb maintain flight level 270, Southwest
You can
1490.
you can use that. It won't. It's not steering anything right now, but you can hold on to it. Whoa! Whoa! No, that was me. Yeah. Go ahead. Put your hands back on the yoke. All right. Traffic in front of us, 7,500 feet below. That would
That's
be at ground level. So I think that's a false bogey.
Do not let a baby touch these things. That is a lesson. If you do, if you have a flight simulator at home,
Don't let babies touch them.
yeah, they'll suck on it. They may chew on it. You don't want that to happen.
No.
It will be bad for your flight simulator, and then you would have just paid money for no reason.
November 1507 Charlie, contact circle approach.
For my flight, for my what? Flight simulator?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to take care of the flight simulator.
Can I change the
November
light
128,
color?
contact circle approach.
You want to change the lights? Sure. Here, there's one set.
Okay.
Here's the other. You need to point them down here, sort of, like this.
Ooh. Rainbow.
Yep.
Look at these.
Yep.
That's what we use. So, the purple's not...
But you have to point them down here, remember, sweetie? There you go. Kind of, because the control is back underneath here. And there's a pointer in the front that talks to it. There you go.
I like that.
Orange.
November 1507 Charlie, circle approach. Palomar altimeter 3000. Thanks for echo. Expect the visual approach runway 24. Let's have a request.
Green.
No, I
Aqua.
I like,
Back to green. You like the green?
no, I like that. This one, there. I like aqua.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah.
Pretty.
That is pretty. You want me to put them back?
Yeah. Here.
Hold on.
Oh, I'll put one.
They just stick right here.
November 432, Sierra Papa flight heading 030, vector to final.
Perfect.
There.
Thank you.
Oh, get my light. Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
We are flying past. Those are
November
called
432, Sierra Papa flight
the
heading 030,
Old
vector to
Woman
final.
Mountains, Gwenny.
They're old woman.
The Old Woman Mountains. Let's see if I can get
They're
a
still surviving.
decent view out the side window here.
They're old woman.
November 432,
So
Sierra Papa
that
circle
makes them,
approach.
they're still surviving.
Okay, we're in the Turtle Moa now.
I need to take off that set. I need to get back.
November 1128, circle approach, rate of contact, climb
Hold on,
maintain
wait.
5000.
A bit of light entertainment is exactly right. Huh.
November 1128, turn left.
It's not showing us that
heading
side view.
100.
Well, we're getting a
Kilometer
heck of a
23
wind though.
on
We've got a
navigation.
22 knot crosswind now. It's getting bumpy.
Also, we're at 7
Oh,
November 432.
I can't hear you as well
Sierra
without
Papa
the
approach.
headset. They can't hear you without the headset on either, sweetie. Just so you know. Yeah, Basement Fly Girl is in the cockpit with us today. At least for a while.
I took off my headset.
It's getting windy. Okay, we are 20 minutes out, Gwenny. It's time for us to start thinking here.
Can you not call me Gwen?
Oh, sorry. Rats.
Just call me Gwen.
1507 Charlie, flight heading
We're going to start coming down now.
Can you call me Gwen?
Actually, I'm going to call you Basement Fly Girl, okay?
Okay, that's better.
We've got.
What
Hold on one second,
what are
sweet.
these for?
Just 1 second. I
Okay.
need to think for a second. It's telling us. We got to go down at 300 and let's see, altitude here at 49 X-ray is 1,600 feet. So we got to learn is about 6,000 feet, 500 feet a minute. That's going to be 12 minutes. Which, yeah, so we got to start coming down.
Soon.
Start our descent profile about now, but I
Yeah.
gotta look at the. We go over a 3,800 foot mountain just before we get there, so we're not gonna descend quite yet.
Yeah, we need to go over the mountain and then go down the mountain to get up.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
exactly
what I
right.
was thinking. So here's the mountain. We're flying. Go up, go down, turn. If we need to turn, then we'll turn onto the runway.
That sounds perfect.
We do not land on the mountain, or else we'll have to restart the flight.
Yeah, we don't want to have to restart the flight.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We're gonna have to get the weather at this other airport. So do me a favor here, Gwenny.
Number 432.
See these dials?
Approach, how do you hear?
Yeah.
See how they control those?
What you?
Did he just call us? Hold on 1 second. I don't know if he was calling us or not.
If he was, then we should have been paying attention.
Yep, that's right.
Linda, listen.
He would have called us again. I think we're okay. Okay, so hold on 1 second. So
196 Echo Charlie, contact Josh approach 126.1.
she's a natural born pilot, yep. So, let's see, AWAS at Havasu City is 119.025. Okay, can you turn this? Turn that big one so that says 119. Which means you want to go down the other direction.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay. That's
Oh, you just passed it. Go the other way.
1.
There you go.
19.
And then turn the small dial
119.
until it says 025, which means you're going to go this way. 025.
0.
25. Okay, good. Keep it right there for a second.
There. We need that.
Yep.
What does ENR stand for?
En route means we're on our way.
That's good.
And that frequency there is going to be the CTAF frequency. There is 112.9. Okay. Turn this one so that says 122.9, okay?
122.9.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
November
go.
196 Echo Charlie, Josh approach, Palmdale altimeter 3024.
122.
1507 Charlie, got traffic.
Point
to
niner.
your 1 o'clock, 6 miles northwest bound to Skyhawk at 4,000. He's currently not talking to me, trying to get him on the radio. We're 432, Sierra Papa SoCal approach. How do you hear?
Point 9D.
0.90.
That means 90. I'm smarter than that.
We're 432, Sierra Papa
I
SoCal.
know
Can you
you're
hear this
smart.
transmission? Hi, Dan.
I'm just letting you know that we would say 0.9er. Turn it more slowly, you'll have more success. There you go.
90 there.
Okay.
That works better. If you go slow. Thanks for the advice.
Okay,
Oh,
so
stuck for a sec there.
we're about 15 minutes out, so in about 5 minutes we're going to get the weather on the radio.
Can I go get some of my slime to play with?
In here? Not in here. This is a no slime zone. The last thing we want, remember what you said about babies sucking on the...
Oh, then the slime would suck on that.
Yep.
Can I get one of my LOLs to bring?
We're 07 Charlie, flighting 072.
If you like, we're going to be landing in 15 minutes. Okay, be careful here. Watch out for this. Your feet, your legs are... There you go. There you go. You can hang that up. Okay, and you can take basement fly dog with you. Just be careful. Okay. Just be careful not to hit the camera. There she goes. Basement fly girl. I have a feeling she'll be back. Okay, we're all over the place from a vertical and directional standpoint, but that's okay. We are coming up. When we get 10 minutes out, I'm going to ask to get the Havasu weather. We're coming up on our VNAV profile as well. We can go down to 5,500 once we get there. Yep, now we can start going down. Go down to 5,500 feet. That'll give us clearance over that mountain. Okay. Nothing to see out the side views because we don't have any ortho scenery here. Not quite sure why. I know why, because I didn't burn any ortho scenery for here. Quite windy here. If I just pull up on ForeFlight, the MEDAR for Havasu, it's 320 at 16 to 24. Oof. And this airport here has 1634. Okay. Okay. That should be interesting. 1634. We're getting tossed around quite a bit by the wind.
Teacher Bravo, so I've been trying to call you for the past 20 minutes, sir. Where you been?
That's never good.
Teacher, I've been trying to call you for the past 30 minutes. So just make sure you stay at your cockpit or something like that, because I wasn't able to get hold of you. Fly heading.
Yeah, you can't take off in the middle of a PilotEdge flight.
Final.
They don't cotton to that. Okay. 15 minutes out now.
For 07 Charlie, I have a turn for you in about 5 miles.
There we go. I can see the lake. Okay, so if the winds out of Havasu are coming at getting quite a bit of buffeting here, I can feel it in the butt kicker, which is cool. It's coming out of Havasu 320 at 16 to 24. It's going to be quite a landing. Oh, hold on. She's back. Okay, just watch out for the camera. Oh, like I said. Watch out for the cable. All right. Oh, you brought Basement Fly Dog with you too. Look at that. Everybody's here in the back seat today as I fly all over the place. There you go. Okay, but I have to pay attention to what I'm doing, okay?
07 Charlie, fly heading 100.
Otherwise, I'm not getting good practice. I'm getting bad practice. But we'll just practice what it'll be like if we had you and the dog in the airplane with us.
07 Charlie, do you have approach request?
Okay. Come on, Mudface. Here we go. There we go.
128, contact circle approach, 19.6.
Say something. I don't hear you.
119.6.
There you go. Now say something.
Repeat.
There you go.
I can even hear myself now.
Okay, I need to listen now, okay? So we got to give me a second.
Go.
Because I have to talk to this guy in a second. Okay, we're coming down. Santa Ana winds, yep.
Did you say New Orleans?
The Basement LOL doll, that's exactly right. Okay.
Number 07 Charlie, fly heading 220.
Okay, hold on a second now. I'm going to talk to him, okay? All right, now I'm going to start getting a little more serious because she very much wants you to see her LOL doll. Let's hold it 5,000. Just remember, honey, they can't hear you if you don't have the headset on. Okay, I can't hear you either, honey. Okay.
112, approach, good morning. The Colorado altimeter 3000 advised to have weather.
What were you going to say, sweetheart?
Fly heading
The LOL doll was playing.
900.
Understood.
For approach, left runway 24.
Okay, now I need you to be quiet for a second, okay? I'll tell you when you can talk. You keep the headset on, otherwise you won't hear me. I'll tell you when you can talk, okay? Are you leaving?
can hear you without the headset on.
Right, but I can't hear you.
What do you mean?
I can't hear you through these very well.
Charlie, flight 245, 245.
Is there headsets? Yeah, they block out the outside noise.
Oh.
So just wait 1 minute. We're going to be landing in just a second. So hold on 1 second, okay?
I see a light field.
Okay.
Number 07 Charlie,
Be quiet now.
visual approach runway 24.
SoCal approach 15 Julie Golf would like to switch over and get the Havasu weather.
15 Juliet Golf. Frequency change approved. Port back to this frequency within 5 minutes.
Wilco 15 Julie Golf. Let's see, was Havasu I thought I had there. CTAF. It's 122.7.
November 2, Sierra Papa flight heading 090.
Oh, 119.025. Good lord. I did it down here, didn't I? Comm 2, I'm not used to running it that way.
Lake Havasu City weather.
Okay.
Wind 310 at 14 gust 21. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 18. Dew point -11. Altimeter.
I lost the altimeter.
3015. Lake Havasu City weather.
3013.
Wind
Okay. Yeah, I'm having network problems. Okay.
14 gust.
3013 is the altimeter. Okay, and we are back on the 134 point. Center 15 Julie Golf is back on frequency.
Roger.
Okay. All right, basement LOL Del. Yes, Kerbo, we have where's the basement fly wife? Basement fly wife is, I don't know, doing something.
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen. I don't want that to be interpreted as a stereotype by anybody, but I guess that's where she is. Okay, we're going to go over to 122.9er next.
Or she's probably at the mall.
Or she's probably, I don't want that to be interpreted as a stereotype either.
No, she said that she's going to the mall.
Okay. She must have had an errand to run.
Yeah, she's going to Justice
150
right
Charlie,
here.
Conda Palomar Tower, roll 8.6.
Yeah, so for anybody who's watching, I do not want people to believe my wife is either in the kitchen or at the mall. That would be a huge inaccuracy.
Number 2, Sierra Papa
Okay,
flight
so
heading
Gwenny,
080.
I'm going to have to kind of start to pay attention now. We're going to fly over these mountains, and then our airport's right on the other side of those mountains.
I'm going to take off my headphones then,
Why?
so I won't disturb you.
Oh, no, you're fine. I want to be able to talk to you and hear you and easily, so.
But I chatty a lot with my LOL doll.
Okay, well then that's fine. I'll let you know if I need you.
Okay,
All right.
just talk with your hand.
Okay.
Because I can hear you.
Roger.
Number
Okay.
1507 Charlie Palomar Tower, runway 24.
Okay.
Clear to land. Wind 3204.
So we are moving around quite a bit. 22 knots. It's blowing 14 gusting 21 down there. Our runway heading is going to be 3-4. If it's coming out of 3-1, let's get that set. Yeah, I'm having network interruptions, I can tell. They don't want to see that though, sweetheart. Okay, so 3-4. Yeah, I can tell because all the controls sort of have, they get glitchy. Is she helping to fly the plane, or is she just climbing up the panel? Okay. All right, so we're going to claim this mountain. I need you to, really, sweetie, I really am trying to practice something here, so I can't be too distracted, okay? All right. That's fine. All right, so we're going to clear the top of the mountains, and then we are going to, if we're going to be landing at 3-4, we'll actually enter a left downwind for 3-4. We'll make our call. When we come over the top, we will be 3 minutes and 6 miles out, so we can start slowing our slows down a little bit. I love you too, sweetheart. Isn't that nice? It's a nice girl.
Really chatty.
Okay, I think I see our airport.
I see a big river.
It's right there. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to tell them that we've got the airport, okay? So, quiet. Center 15 Julie Golf has 49er X-ray.
River 15 Juliet Golf. Radar surface terminated, squawk VFR, fix change approved.
Okay, Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, 15 Julie Golf, thanks for your help.
Port 2, 3 Papa Red.
Okay. Does she ever fly with me in the real world? Negative. Hold on one second. I'm going to make my call here. What is this? So this is, how do I sell this? Chemehuevi? Chemehuevi. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf is a Skyhawk 4,600. Due 6 miles due west of the field, inbound left traffic into 3-4. Chemehuevi Valley. Okay, let's start our descent profile now. Your kids would be asking you to crash the plane. Well, that's happened too. You have the side window here. Again, we have default tiles today, or we have default textures here, just because of I haven't burned ortho for this part of the world yet. Pattern altitude here is going to be 1,600 feet. So we've got a little bit to go. Front view. Okay. All right, descent checklist. Mixture full rich. Strobes are on, landing lights on, beacon is on. We don't have carb heat in this airplane.
I won't play with my LOL doll anymore, just to let you know.
Why is that?
Because I thought it was disturbing.
Oh no, you're okay. I'll let you know.
Okay then.
I'll make another position report.
Yep.
Okay, where are we? 3 miles south. 3 miles west. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf, 3 miles west. Setting up 45-degree entry left traffic into 3-4 Chemehuevi. Okay. It's windy. We're going to turn and come downwind here. We're going to be moving. Coming down to 3,500.
Let's make sure we don't crash.
Okay, we're going to now do something that's called a sterile cockpit, Gwenny. That means that we don't talk unless we have to, okay? It's what we do when we're landing the plane as a safety measure.
Got it.
You with me?
Don't talk.
Okay.
Zip.
I'll just be talking to these guys. Okay. You need to stop, sweetie. That's distracting. If we ever fly in the real airplane, you can't do that. Of course, because it's distracting to the pilot. But I won't have a camera in the real airplane either. Okay, we can see Lake Havasu here. Let's start turning into the 45 to downwind, and let's really start coming down. We've got another 1,500 feet to lose. And that wind is going to take us now, and we are going to move. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Juliet Golf, 2,700, 2 miles, 45-degree entry, left traffic 3-4, Chemehuevi Valley. Okay. Okay, so wind's blowing 3-1. We're going to be coming in on 3-4, so we're going to have a little bit. You got to be careful there, sweetheart. We're going to have a little bit of a left crosswind. There we go. Okay, setting up on the downwind. Got about another 500 feet to go. Pattern is empty, but I want to be down there, at least close to that, before we get into the pattern. The wind is blowing. Okay, view out the left. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf is on the left downwind for 3-4, Chemehuevi. We're crabbing here because of this crosswind. Pattern altitude.
Dad, I have a question.
Hold on 1 second, sweetheart. I gotta pay attention now.
I really need to ask you a question right now.
What is it?
At the end of this video, can I say bye and
Yep.
show my face?
Yep, no, can't show our face.
Okay.
Okay, time for me to work. Okay, first flaps.
Zip.
Down to 1800. Pitch for about 80. Okay. About 15 seconds. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf, turning left base, 3-4, Chemehuevi. That wind's really going to take us. We're going to just turn to the numbers. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf, turning to the numbers, 3-4, Chemehuevi. I should say Chemehuevi Valley to be precise. Let's give us a little more power here because of the gust factor. We're a little low. Keep it right here. Next notch. Ooh, it's blowing. Okay, gas is on both. Undercarriage is down, welded and locked. Mixture is full, rich. Prop is done. This doesn't exist, it's full. Here we come. Speed is looking pretty good. Let's trim the airplane. Oh man, we are gonna have to crab it. Ground speed is plummeting. Okay. Final notch. Our speed's good. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf is short final, 3-4. Chemehuevi Valley. Our speed is pretty good. Little power. There we go. And we will get ready to kick it around. Round it out. Get that wing down. My little girl is bumping me on the shoulder. I'll take that any day of the week. Steer into the wind. Yes, what is it, my sweet? Hold on 1 second. Hey, sweetie, just hang tight for 1 second. I'm almost done, okay? Just sit with me here for a minute. It'll be a lot easier if we don't try to get out right now. Okay, flaps are up. Driving into the wind. That was a nail biter. Crosswind landings are pretty good in the new flight model, I gotta say.
It's a pretty realistic view.
Yeah, it is a pretty realistic view, isn't it?
It's a pretty view, too.
Okay. We made it. Chemehuevi Valley, 15 Julie Golf is clear of 3-4, Chemehuevi Valley. Okay, we'll go park over here, Gwen, or basement fly girl. Phew.
It's fine.
How about right over...
It's fine.
No, it's not fine, sweetie. I like our anonymity as much as possible.
I like Pilot Fly Girls.
Basement Fly Girl's good. It's a good name. We're gonna park on this tee right over here, okay?
Fine with me. Dad, you make nice models and stuff.
Oh, somebody else made this one.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. So, let's take landing, strobe, nav, avionics.
Taking
Let's
off
turn it
my
off.
headset.
Just 1 second. Okay, we've got those. Throttle back, mixture out, masters, and keys. We'll disconnect from the network. Whoa! Extreme close-up. So a couple of things about that. First of all, it
Disconnected.
seems to me that the stream lasted the whole time. Let's see what people say here in terms of, so somebody said she's so sweet. Monica, I'm happy to help you with the build of your sim as much as possible as you get there. She doesn't ever fly with me in the real world. Latch and harnesses, yep, LOL doll stalled, exactly.
Shout out time.
Yep, hold on 1 second. Rock and rolling, yep, thank you for the landing. It is lonely out here. Yes, Kerbo, I'm using X-Plane. That is the default scene. I don't know if that's default scenery or not. No, this is probably somebody built this. Probably somebody made this. All right, everybody. Well, we did it. We made the whole flight. We didn't have a crash. The stream held up the whole time, so that makes me happy. I want to say thanks to everybody who watched. And here, duck, goose.
What are you doing?
I need to click over here real quick. And
It hurts my neck.
oh, well, hold on 1 second. I don't mean to.
I'm fine.
And thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next stream.
Bye, guys.
See you, everybody. Basement Fly Girl says.